Alright. Back for more punishment. We are going back to town. And seeing if the power did anything else. I'm sure it did. We do have power lines coming from the little town down the river, so some things must have changed. Still need to get to the other shore. That's with the Heller and shore. Right, because there's no crossing otherwise. Does this platform rotate along with the wall? If that's the case, I'll only be able to walk across when the wall is closed. We'll leave that alone for now. We're looking for big yellow light bulbs being lit up. That's always been an indication. Is this the power line from the little outpost? I think so. So it goes there, and it goes here, goes across this wall. To the house. Is this guy gonna be happy with us now? Let's go check him out. Okay, so the red beam makes the wall. He's giving very strong Cirrus and Akinar vibes. Like, do I really want to help you? I feel like we didn't have this strong music last time. Yeah, we can't get up there anymore because we diverted the water. How are we gonna get up there again? Scarlet. Oh, and Cecil, the narrator at the very beginning did mention Cecil having been taken. Does this button work now? It does, and this light is on. Let's go look at this light first. So hopefully this gives us another route up. So this thing has wires leading from it, but it wasn't providing power, so what's the point of it? Okay. Put the lights on. Got our little carts with a bunch of triangle pieces on them. Weird. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff over here, isn't there? What in the hell? I feel like the game just blew wide open. It took off its kid gloves, and I can walk across the tracks. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're not interacting with things, we're just looking at the environment. So it looks like this, shooting the blue beam, is a construct made out of this, and this down here. So somebody was making another one of those. Flashing lights everywhere. Okay, that button controls this hologram. This hologram has a rock above it. Is interesting. Further evidence that those reddish rocks are not real. Let's read these things first. Mofang Disabler. Villain technology? Notes from Aprar. 1. Designed to disable anything based on Nofang technology. 2. Disables when blue beam/cloud is within about 1.5 feet of any Mofang device element. 3. Elements physically collapse. Reassembly is possible, but non-trivial. 4. Aprar assures me that it's not harmful, still not pointing it at my head. 5. Ruko has not been told that the villains provided it. So, 2 factions? Mofang and villains. Mofang seems to be the enemy according to CW, in charge of the red beam that's making the bubble, and villains shooting the blue beam that disables Mofang's stuff. Taking pictures of all of this. Lockdown list. Lock Tree Gate, lock Farley's house, lock Lower Tower, Upper Tower, lift minecart into workroom. That was the minecart that I saw lifted into the sky. Turn on Mofang Disabler, which is that blue thing. Shut garage door. Pump water from tree roots. Turn on imager rocks. Okay. Close swing bridge. Divert river. Turn off power. Activate the dome disabler. So these are all steps that they took to avoid harm from the Mofang, and I'm actively working to reverse them. CW, please change Farley's lock code to secure the vault. Her address backwards should suffice. Regards, Joseph Jansen. Okay, so Farley's house. I didn't see anything to put a code into related to her house. 4 digits. Could be the phone booth, but that's pretty far away from her house. Tape recorder? I cannot interact with. Alright, let's listen to this.
Alright, now move around just a bit.
This is a rough one.
Why are you so nervous? This is just a pet.
Okay, now what?
That's Farley, right?
Okay, that's enough.
Caroline, I swear you are a natural.
No, that's Caroline.
Where did you get these anyway? Are the Mofangs just giving you stuff now?
Being generous of late. Not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth.
So if that was Caroline, then Caroline's video recording was at Farley's house. Our house definitely said Farley's name on it. At some point at least, CW was working with Mofang. Okay, we've got a blue button, we've got a battery. Ooh. Yeah, and then I can rotate it to fuck that up. Yep. Okay. So that's describing how it works. Which I assumed as much from the notes. What else? What am I stuck on? There we go. I can't rotate this. It looks like it might go up and down. I'm thinking, yeah, there's probably a Mofang element to the cart. And I need to move this out of the way to be able to get the cart to leave, right? So, is there any control? Oh no, that is the cart. Okay. Yeah, and then I can drive it around to destroy the rocks. Okay. It all makes sense now. And here are the controls. Stay down there. Cool. I was concerned that this button was taped closed. That it was going to pop right back up, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, there's more shit over here. hammer. It's weird to me how you can do this with some objects, but not others. I don't know if I should be writing down the objects that it seems to suggest are special in that way. Mayor's Imager requests. Entry Canyon, Farley's house, center of town, tree, water source, membrane, wall, cell, whatever you want to call it, wall/tower, locomotive power generator, scrapyard garage. So this is where the mayor wanted to put the holograms, and I feel like we've seen all the ones that have stars. Unclear if they ever made the others. Ambassador Seed, swap machine functionality. Reference to seeds. Radius of swap sphere is defined at first swap, immutable. Seeds recharge naturally from ubiquitous ambient membrane power radiation tied to tree health. Forcing seed open triggers prep behavior. Radius demarcation. Small battery added to amplify ambient membrane power. Charges continuously. Parabolic focusing of power used to trigger seed swap behavior. Locking location of swap machines assures predictability. No unanticipated damage. Radius demarcation also occurs at same location in destination sphere, with a pair seed defining the destination. Swap location, the destination coordinates match the source while swapping on demand. Swapping like teleporting? You force a seed open, which lets you determine the radius of the bubble. It's a very unique looking machine. I'm sure we'll find it eventually. Now we're playing a cyan game. Mofang solid volume projector. This is making the rocks. Dimensional projector produces apparently solid apparitions with light volume and some sort of simulated mass. Rico says all projectors will have similar power levels and communications protocols. There appear to be three primary elements. Projector element. Beam emission provides the primary light and energy source. Control arms, some kind of control of the beam in 3 dimensions. Color and mass. Communications arms, internal comm signals supplied across gap to projection arms. We'll use 7-volt communications level as a carrier voltage. Varying the voltage around that baseline voltage produces sound-like volume boxes in various colors, formed from bottom to top, left to right. Mofangs have tuned the retrace timing to 30 Hz for us. Mighty kind of them. For full 3D resolution of approximately 525 by 150 by 150, the converter would be required to adjust the voltage about every 3 hours. I don't have an abundance or circuitry to build converters running at 333 megahertz. Oh, this might be 3 milliseconds or nanoseconds. For still projectors, rocks. The refresh rate doesn't matter. The display is persistent until/unless the voltage varies from 7 volts. I can produce the projection from a still image and set the voltage to 7 to maintain it. Less than 0.8 volts results in clear, open, massless display space. Not sure what all of these numbers mean. If there's a key, maybe? So that's blueprints of the projectors. Notes: sound will be handled separately. Some projection noise, slight shimmer from radio interference, moving image corruption noise toward bottom of projection. Images above projection arm bounds are possible. Checking for potential hidden lethality. Mayor's suggestion. Checks out. Can't find anything destructive. Consistent, spurious, very high frequency background carrier. No idea what that could be. Interesting. Odd side effect. Projection intersecting any part of cell wall suppresses all transport. Not sure why I tried this. Farley claims it's related to some desire of mine to shoot everything at everything else. It sounds like a line from Portal. Okay. So we'll take pictures of both of these. I don't want to become, I don't want to become too reliant on pictures. But I also don't really want to draw that right now. At least if we have it. We don't need to be too concerned about coming back. Okay, what's going on over here? This looks like a barbecue. It's not. Turning the game volume down a little bit. Battery/capacitor log. Don't reverse plug polarity. Crossed out. It's new plug. It's fine. And then there's a list of numbers, which might be dates. Work begins on battery, power test, first charging, 10% charge, focal test, efficiency changes implemented, leader completed, critter-proof secure plug, 100% charged, leader switched on, topped off charge, focal panels. Is that what those orange things were? Those triangles? Do I plug that in? Probably. I feel like that's what it wants me to do. Take a peek everywhere else. I mean, if there's a thing, you've got to fiddle with it, right? I don't know if that did anything. Okay, I think that's all I can mess with. Okay, so what does this connect? It connects the bottom of this, whatever this is. Goes down, and it's this plug. Is this the red things that I've seen on the sides of the track? Yes. Probably supposed to get more tubing and then run it along the track plug in every so often, and then it provides power. Okay, I cannot walk across this gap, but I will be able to ride across it. We've got our water tank, which goes towards the trees. We probably want to turn that on. We've got some leaking, so it's definitely working. It's progress. It's a battery slash capacitor. It still doesn't seem operational. Okay. So now we need to start paying attention to the tracks. Because I'm guessing we can get in here. Ah. Giant sign that says enter. Okay. So this is a screen that shows where we're... Ooh, ooh, okay. So we can aim. That's our control stick. I can also aim with the mouse. Turns on and off the beam. Got a battery. That turns on and off the screen. Oh. It literally tells me controls. How do I go? I feel like I should be able to click on this thing on the right hand side, but it just moves. There's not really any propulsion on here, huh? It's got little train wheels. And it seems very intent on me aiming this. I can't shoot it at that thing that's making the bubble. any other controls? Oh. Okay. So I either drive or I shoot. Guess that makes sense. I probably still can't aim at that thing. Oh, not quite. If I could turn around somehow and come in from the other direction, I should be able to get it. Alright, we're gonna get out here. So one way at this point, over here. Over here. Over here. Where is this cart gonna go? Its first stop is gonna be here. That doesn't look like an illusion rock. These lights are not on. So is this town then? If there's no power to town? CW is definitely CW's vault that had power. Even though it can't aim behind me, I'd be able to drive behind me, so I could pull ahead of this switch, and then switch it, and then go in the other direction. In that case, I would still be pointing backwards. So I would not be able to get rid of those rocks. I could go past here and then backwards, go this way. Where will that lead me? Not helpful. I could go forwards, 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 forwards. And then backwards. Backwards, backwards, backwards. I could probably get rid of those rocks. I could get to here, but I don't know that there's anything I need to dump in there yet. Let's check out the tree. See if anything happened once I turn the water on. know. But the power is on. So this is on a different circuit, so to speak. Power's on, but how do I manipulate things? I don't think I was able to see it here before. Mayors. List of mayors? Can I get in here now? No. Alright. Okay, let's drive this thing around. See what we can do. We agreed that going backwards probably isn't going to let us get rid of those rocks. Just test the theory though. So we get out, and then we switch. We should be able to reverse, right? Sure, that makes sense. Yeah, nowhere near able to do that. Oh, can we shoot that thing from here? Let's see. Yeah! Oh, fuck. Okay. So, the sky wasn't an illusion, but it was more of like a invisible bubble. Let's see if CW has anything else to say. That is what he told us to do next, right?
Greatly appreciate your help, but this will be complicated, especially for a new arrival like yourself. All right, that tree, the really big, strange one in the middle, well, shoot, it's a central piece that's connected to everything. The cell wall, the dome, them seeds, the root beneath it, all of it. It's one and the same, one connected essence. Sounds like a load of Buddhist malarkey. Farley would bust hearing me spout this. get down below the tree to the heart and connect it all back up. There's a cable up next to my big battery out there. If you haven't already, can you plug it in for me? It's one less thing for me. It's not the best time to be explaining this stuff. Now, where's the jizzy?
I plugged in the battery thing. I didn't plug in cables specifically. Let's take another look. Okay. Can't interact with that at all. But this is plugged in, yeah. Yeah. I don't know what else you would need me to do. You'd think he would know if I'd done it or not. I'm learning from Rivet. Any door that I open, I'm going to fiddle around with it to see if there's any other secrets. Won't be making that mistake again. Alright, where are we going next with this thing? We can get to here. We can back it up this way. Then what? Just get to this wall. Which isn't helpful. No way to get rid of this wall, right? Alright. Being on the lookout for things I can shoot. Hey, can I shoot these things, by the way? Yeah. I don't know why I would want to. Okay, we don't need to go backwards here. It's not useful. Let's check this out. I'm not thinking this is gonna work, but we're gonna do it anyway. No. Okay, we gotta get out and change track. And then we're gonna end up going this way. It's fine for now, I guess. should be able to shoot those rocks from this angle. Okay, cool. Let's see if there's anything else back here that we can do. No. Doesn't even want to let me out. Okay. Keep your secrets then. Oh, see now I can... Okay, hold on. If I go this way, I can head in that direction. If I go the other way... I can head in that direction. Let's go here first. We'll try to blow up the other rocks that we can see. Here, we're gonna go around here. Once we get past, we should be able to peek out. Yeah. Did I get rid of them? Now, which way do we want to go? We'll investigate a little bit. So that's a brand new path. We haven't even explored on foot yet. Open. Okay, we have power here. Is this tunnels? Sure looks like a tunnel. Got wires on the floor. That goes to the sign, but the lights are out. But the big light is on. Some wagon wheels here. Things are looking kind of damp. Got a beat up plane. The Nightopia. Clean in tunnels, question mark. The Nightopia. Oops, shit. Computer brain wants to jump, so it presses spacebar, and then I take a photo instead. Alright, so we've got lights. A51, we'll write down A51 as well. Crash site. Alright, looks like are we brewing something? Bottling something? What is that? Train tracks? Is that a map of our rails? Could be. Do we see any landmarks? Are these the spheres? It's down here. Questions, questions, questions. But this does seem to be a dome. The dome that we were trapped in. Okay, bottles. Little tiki mugs. It's a little bar called the Crash Site, named after the plane. I see the record player. Saving it for last. Some sort of a switch that's attached to the lights. Perils of the Sea. Oh, they're recipes. 2 ounces purple mushroom juice, 2 ounces Mary fruit juice, 1 ounce simple syrup. White Shine Gold Tummy Buster. What is Gold Tummy Buster? Motang Blast. Orange astronaut drink. Tang. Yeah, okay. Fire plant juice. Then float. Black hooch hard stuff. And a splash of grenadine. Retie. Okay. Unclear if that's puzzle related or just a bit of lore. Yeah, we're distilling something. Got a record player with an on-off switch and this. Does it just change the... Okay. Okay. Well, leave that alone for now. Okay. So, it doesn't seem like we can fiddle with this at all. Why did we come in here? It gave us the map. And maybe a relevant plane crash site. Okay. Well, I like that. The map is probably very important. We're still in exploration mode though, so the map isn't really all that useful. And then we need to decide, do we continue going straight to, say, the house? What else was over here? Got the graveyard. Can we go through this now? The fuck? That's probably the last thing that I was expecting. Okay, that's the tower. That's the waterfall. Now I'm a little freaked out. Another path down there. We're on the other side of the river. We're not on the shore, but we're on the other side. Not going through there yet. Fine. Very windy holes. 3 of them. One with a power line going to power plant. Interesting. This is a dead end. So we've got some rocks there that we might want to blow up. Can we open this? Whoop, whoop. Is it stuck on something on the other side? Okay. Alright, well, how do I get back? Where did I come from? More windy holes. Less windy hole? That's strange. I think it was along the track, right? see if this brings me back to where I came from. Yeah. Okay. So... yeah. There's no tracks up here. Okay, it seems like it's two... it's one world, but it's like it wraps around on itself like Pac-Man. And it's weird because I need to turn right to get over here. And then I need to turn left to get back over here. So it's like mirrored. Huh. Okay, so what if I go over here? I haven't been here yet. Yeah, everything is mirrored. Strange. Okay, we'll keep that in mind, but we're going back to where we started from. There is rocks down here that we'll probably want to blow up sooner rather than later. Can I take the minecart through here? Probably. Right, there's a track going right through it. So let's try to do that next. Also at Farley's house, we can see if there's anything related to a code there. We'll do that next. Most recent at the top. Please change Farley's lock code. Oh, it's not her house, or their house. Secure the vault with the address. I'm guessing that that's not the same vault that CW is in. Caroline, whoever might come back. 5 days, not a soul's returned. Inclined to believe that things have not gone well. I've retreated to my vault. So there's gotta be more than one. take this baby through the wall. Can she make it? Okay. Can she go through? Good. There seems to be a device over here that I would like to try to shoot. There's 2 devices. Maybe because they're on the other side of the wall. Okay. We're gonna have to come back. And I don't think I can shoot those rocks from here. Okay. Well, we at least know that we can go through the bubble. I wish there was an easier way to exit. Those are just on the other side of the bubble. So we're still trapped. All destroying that laser beam did was allow us to warp around. Which is obviously useful. Helpful in terms of escaping this place, that's for sure. Okay. Just want to cover my bases, make sure I'm not missing anything. This is just more purple wall up here, right? Yeah. Don't need to go through there. Oh, there's more graves here. John Farley, Robert Hartnell, Carl Unrath. Unrath is the name of the town, no? It's interesting. It's, I guess it's not the biggest. Tied for biggest. Okay. I'll go through these places again, now that I know a little bit more about my surroundings. Dead end. Okay. So let's change this back. We're gonna go around and then up this way. Which I don't know if I ever even explored up here. It just loops around, okay. This is where I came in from. Okay, yep, and this is that purple wall. So I'm not even convinced that I need to bring the cart up here if there's nothing to shoot. I don't see any fake rocks. That looked pretty real to me. Where was this? Yeah, right next to that door. So, will this door open? It does, wow. Always surprising when a door opens. Like alien shit. Okay, this is what I need the cart for. Okay, so let's bring it around. Getting stuck on nothing. This is the crash site, and then we're going to go this way. Just trying to find some point of reference. Some unique track formulation. Like what I just went through was a Y right after a stop. So could that be this? Or could that be this? Yeah. Yeah, because if it was this, then we just went past the plus. This could be Farley's house. It goes across here. And it comes out over here. That makes sense. Alright, let's pay attention to what shape this track makes. If it's a big, like, question mark. I think it might be. Yeah, because it wraps around this rock. That's definitely it. Alright, we're gonna blow these up, and then we're gonna... Good. is what we're gonna do. Um, I want to millennial problems. I want to print this out, but my computer's not connected to the printer. I don't know why I have a printer. Ta-da! Not sure how well that comes out, but kind of glossy. But it printed well. I'm just gonna go over the tracks in some darker color to better see on stream. And I will be writing in landmarks. So bear with me. Not sure how important this will be. Kind of shows me the lay of the land, even for areas that I have not been yet, which is cool. So we're just tracing everything. Tons of stuff on here that we don't know what it is. Okay. Turn the light down a little bit. That's that. Alright, so now we're going to write on it. This is crash site. Crappy marker. Crash site. This is Barley's house. That's all we'll put on there for now. A fire? Yes, I did. Found the cart. Found a map. We love maps. Disabled the barrier around the bubble. And we're blowing up fake rocks. You'll have to watch the VOD. It freaked me out. Yep. Yeah, you definitely should. Oh, is this, what's it called? Scrap? I don't know how much I can have on camera at one time. It sure as hell seems like a scrap yard. Another one of those beetles. Are they like little spy drones? Why is there a whale statue in the junkyard? The questions are endless. Oh, really? Maybe that's why. Is one of them a huge whale? Wait, wait. Do they always fly to the same location? Oh, this is that excavator scoop. Tells you if it's a backer item. Are you setting me up for a jump scare? Just get real close. Closer. I see. Alright, so am I going to send this down? Oh, I can ride it? Okay, so this is probably the call button. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I was wrong. That was a wrong assumption. Okay, well. Ah, there we go. Is there... Yes, there seems to be a way to get back up. Let's continue to explore. We've got just a circular track. Oh, no, not quite. Oh, this is the other side of that door. Okay. Okay, so we can come back through here now with the cart. So it's just a little teardrop shape. Anything else of value in here? No. Let's see. We're backwards. Okay, so this will let us blow up those rocks on the side of the river. Good to know. What's up here? Book. New arrival inventory check-in. Well, I don't have any of these things. I don't have any country flags. Video camera, I found one of those. Back half of a pickup truck? This just isn't practical. Tomatoes. Okay. So I'm assuming that this is scrap. And that kind of makes sense based on the map. Yeah, Farley's house. Town being up here is a little weird. Doesn't really match. But CW would be there-ish. There's a sphere here. Okay, yeah, I'm comfortable calling this scrap. I'm sure you can't see my labels. It's not that great of a color. I might go over it in black at some point. Okay. What else? Is that really all that gave me? Yeah, I'm sure it makes sense to somebody who's played. It's like looking at a map of mist. You see it once, you don't forget where the landmarks are. So what do I want to do next? Go down in the scoop? Or bring the cart up here? I think we want to bring the cart up here. How did I get over there? Yeah, keeping those things to a minimum would be greatly appreciated. I'm sure you'd understand. Not to say that you can't say anything, but it's a fine line. I know I'd be bursting at the seams if I was watching somebody playing a game I really liked. Alright, this was back up past Farley's house. Bit out of the way. Oh, that's right. I can back into it no matter which direction it is, so we'll change it first. And we'll have to change this one too. So I've played all the myths except for 4. If you have any hot leads on other great games in this genre, feel free to send them in, and I might play them in the future. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a big deal. Alright, so we're going to go through that door, around the circle, so it points us in the other direction. And we'll blow rocks. On the lookout for anything else I might blow up. Gotta get out. Oh, crap. Change this. We got him. When will I ever learn? Alright, now I guess we can leave our cart up here. Not like anyone's gonna be stealing it. And let's go. It's got some buttons up there. Probably let down the ramp, open up a shortcut. Beautiful. So if that was scrap, this is... Yeah. Okay, so these are the trains. These circles are the pizza pies that they cut out of earth or whatever. Ramp. Yeah? This would be ramp. Ramp. We'll put garage question mark. Is that what they're calling train station? Okay. Where am I? That's the button to get back up, hopefully. It's kind of uncomfortable to me how there's so much stuff everywhere, but you can't interact with any of it. Compared to the Myst games where if you see something, you better click on it. It's like if I can't interact with one of these things, then I might as well not even try to interact with any of it. Yeah, true. It's like Chekhov's gun. Like if you're putting something in that game, you're gonna be using it. Ah. Fuse box. Okay. So 6 fuses on each side. Most are labeled, some are not. Only one of them has a handle. Why? So now do I have power to garage and town? CW, sphere, caves. Is that the same as tunnels? Junkyard bucket. And maybe that's not ramp then. Tower, barley. So everything on this right side is what I've already powered up. Where are you going? And then these other two are the two that are missing. Okay. Alright, I like that. I see you in there. Yeah. You know, I got bad vibes from that thing when I was looking at it through the window. Some coked out Fallout monster. I don't like you looking at me, sir. Nope. Nope. Creepy. Are you in trouble? Need help? Call 155 Help You. We can help. Kenway, Bilham, and Bale. 1988. Published by Activision. Like a fourth wall break? The Manhole, a whimsical world where every character comes alive and every new hallway leads to another wild dream. I'd play it. Is that blood? Mmm. Oh, no, it's just tears. I'm seeing red paint through the paper. Was it called Manhole? The Manhole? Never heard of it. It's a really pushy robot. Okay, shortcut unlocked. We love those. This seems like it might be important. Maybe related to the people they took? God, I want to open those drawers so bad. Don't put drawers I can't open. Care if they're empty. Just let me open them. Seriously gonna make me talk to that robot? Alright. Like, I'll click on literally anything but that creepy robot. Here, touch my buttons. This wouldn't be the vault, would it? Yes, stupid vault, but... Yo, how's it going, Tack? How's the game? Oh, you don't like that. You're all about me touching you earlier, now you don't like it. That's too bad. No problem, man. Oh, what? Wait a minute. We're smushing. Oh, it's like one of those phone codes. Wait, what? You're supposed to tell me I'm wrong and then reset it. What? Hold on. What the hell? Why does it change when I press the button? Okay, 3-digit code. So I type in a number and it spits out a pattern. Zero resets the pattern. Why does it change? Why does it change what I put in? How is that 16? Okay. It's like I do something close, and it's like, no, no, this is actually what it is. And we don't do diagonals. Don't try to do diagonals with the robot. He will not like it. Alright, Mr. Robot, is this 8? No. That's 8. Hmm. So this translates a pattern to a number. I probably don't need to spend too much time on it now until I see this in relation to something else. Two, 4, 1. How's this 1? This 2? There must be some pattern. 256. Really only ever wants to give me a couple of... 64 plus 1 is 65. I'm sure at a certain point everybody's like, you know what? I want to try to break the robot. What do you think about that, robot? Fuck you, is what he says. Well, what if I just... I'm just trial and erroring there, but I could just type in numbers and it'll tell me what the symbol is. Okay, hold on. There. This is 1. What's 10? What's 100? What's 200? Is this supposed to make sense? 2. 4. I don't even know what kappa is. Is that like programming language? 6. Oh. You can tell by my follower count that I haven't been on Twitch for too long. Okay, I'm done. It's been fun, robot. At a certain point, I will run into a puzzle where I need to input things on a grid, and he will help me translate one language to another language. And where do I need to go? I assume I transferred power to the garage and the town. Fucking robot wiped my brain. My cart is down here. Go check out this area a bit more. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, hello. That's the telephone puzzle. Shall we try our vault code? 6341. No. Okay. No offense. Taken. Still don't know what that is. Is that the tower? Because I've been thinking that boat is the tower. It would make more sense based on locations of things. Okay, this... I don't know if it's technically sphere, but that's what this is on the map. I'm gonna call it sphere for now. I don't know what these two black dots are. It's a bit of a mystery still. should be able to intuit it though. If this is trains. Maybe the boat is that small black dot? This is that 5-digit code. 4-digit code. Is that the vault? 6341. We got him. Open up. Progress. Stumbled into something. Better map? Leader. Didn't something say something about a bleeder? Farley's. Oh, that line across is a wall. Okay. CW's. Shop. Battery, that's what I plugged in. Town. Okay, these green smudges show you where you warp to. Fuel and supplies. I'm thinking tower is that ship. Figured what out. Yeah. It felt, yeah. I could tell things were mirrored. And just based on this map made sense to me. That white circle here is that granite ball. What else can we learn? It looks like there's something in the back of Farley's house that will lead us somewhere. Some sort of passage here. That might have been the rocks that I destroyed. Oh, it's on a little projector screen. Okay. Hello. Wait, I told myself I would always fiddle with the doors. You got me in Riven twice. You're not gonna get me again, Cyan. Alright. Fucking. Always check the doors. I promised myself before I started playing this game. There's a lot of stuff in here. Welcome. Does that say anything? It says something. Oh, this is her house. Or his house. Yeah. And that secret passage was that dotted. Okay. I'm catching on. Are you gonna want to project something? Hmm. Yeah, that's gonna stay boarded up, isn't it? Ton of stuff on the desk. There's a doorknob in a drawer. Papers on the floor. Leaving the obvious stuff for last. It's a pretty good hand. How much stuff can you pack in one house? My brother, small and nice, sings constantly, as noisy as a rock concert. If only he would be quiet. 1. Seed pair. 2. Find planets with similar atmospheres. 3. Swap. 4. Tree from seed. This is what visited us at the beginning. I've seen a lot about seeds and swapping. Soria is the planet that Mofangs are from. It's interesting how Earth is yellow and the circle is yellow, and Soria is red, and that circle is red. We knew that the heart was under the tree. There's some business about colors over here. Heart connected, path open when mature. Heart superposition. 4 species meet. Are these the 4 species? Yellow is Earthlings. Red is Mofang. Blue is... What's blue? Where is it? What the hell are they called? Villain. Villain? Villain? Their laser beams are blue. Mofang's laser beams are red. What happens at fruition? Swap where, home, when, maybe dead? More seed pairs scattered throughout the universe? Why scattering? Okay. Maybe just lore, maybe solutions. Welcome to Hunrath. Please give us a bit of information about you so we can get to know you a little better. Name, date you came from, where you came from, circumstance under which you were taken, emptied and filed, 1200 AH, 1300 AH, 1500 AH. Is that years? After Hunrath? Samuel Karen. Oh, so these are answers. Samuel Karen, 2017, Madagascar. Just arrived and I was driving my supply truck along the coast south of Manakara when I recall being washed away and the seed appeared. So that thing is the seed. What is this? It's an AH number and then in parentheses your gender and age. Isil Regenbogen? 1942, Germany. Large rumbling while I was hiding in the cellar of a vacant building. Maria Gallego, 1988, Mexico. Boat and bad storm. This last line is in their own handwriting. So do they know what AH is all about? They're filling this out once they get here. Okay. Possibly clue related, more likely lore. I shall document the curious events that have transpired with myself, my family, friends, and coworkers. Hartnell was a peaceful mining town founded by my grandfather and nestled within the red rock of the desert of the Arizona Territory. Why is this paper wiggling slightly? Or is that my eyes? Its 163 inhabitants heard a mighty explosion on the night of June 27, 1903. I sent several workers through the town to verify that the explosion had not caused any injuries or damage to mining equipment. They returned and reported that it must have been a loud clap of thunder caused by dry lightning, but they found no damage. It's not until the light of the next morning that we were amazed to realize something profound had indeed occurred. At some point during that night, our entire mining facility and a large circle of the land around it seemed to have been scooped up, that's the term I used when I first landed, and carried off to a completely different place, all without anyone knowing about it. Not taking a picture of that. The entire landscape outside of our circle of desert could only be described as alien. Large floating rocks could be seen in the distance. No one had ever seen anything like it anywhere on Earth. We fully explored our new surroundings, hoping to find a way home. No way home was ever found. In fact, we soon discovered that we take for granted now. Not only could we not get back home, we also could not access the landscape outside the desert. Curiously, we discovered that a flow of water was provided from a high point of rock, and we discovered a small tree growing in the very center of the circle. Our central tree that is so important to our lives was just a mere sapling back then. Species description. Mofang. Through ambassador seeds, the Mofang were the first non-human species humans were introduced to. An Liang was the first to call the alien a Mofang, impressed with their advanced ability to imitate our sounds, movements, and mannerisms. Although they have a name for themselves, their language is mostly unpronounceable by humans. As a result, and because of their mimicry abilities, communication with the Mofangs primarily accomplished by their learning human languages rather than humans learning to speak Mofang. They've been able to learn almost every human language represented in Hunrath, enough to provide functional if rudimentary communication. The Mofang basic external morphology is remarkably humanoid: bilateral symmetrical tetrapods, bipedal, head with anterior facial features, mouth, eyes, nostrils. Other external features include minimal body hair and raised dorsal protrusions. Constitution is somewhat frail, due apparently to their thin and lightweight internal structure, but internal investigation has not been possible. They have ample cranial space to account for a substantial brain, and their intelligence is impressive, and evidenced by their advanced technology. Arai. After a certain level of maturity and health of the tree, a passage opened at its base. This passage allowed contact with two additional species. The first contact was with the Arai. The first contact revealed the Arai to be large beetle-like insects. We were unable to communicate directly with them in any way, but they appeared to have some rudimentary level of intelligence. It was Lorik Toth who first made the journey through the heart to Kaptar and named both the New World and the inhabitants. The Arai have three distinct variants that have come to be referred to as barnacle beetle and polyarch. Although their morphology is dramatically different from human, their internal systems, like all of our neighbors, are supported by similar atmospheric composition and basic nutrients. In their barnacle stage, the Arai are completely immobile. The Arai stay in this egg-like development state seemingly indefinitely. In order to hatch, they must be in proximity of a polyarch and fertilized by the beetles after a certain stage of maturity. The beetles are the eyes and ears, hands and feet, with only a minimal nervous system of their own. They're essentially the sensory extensions of the immobile polyarchs. They're able to execute simple commands, but apparently have very little in the way of individual sentience. The Arai polyarchs are the intelligence and consciousness of the species. Although it was obvious that there was intelligence behind the species, it wasn't until Caroline Farley began spending large amounts of time in close proximity that deeper communication began. With a room nearby, Farley was the first to communicate non-verbally and learn much about the species, including some historical information. So this is Caroline. I was wondering, who's Caroline and who's Farley? It's the same person. The Arai species survived in their world, while several other sentient species came and went. Among them, an ancient species who formed a deeper relationship with the Arai, carving temples and dwellings for them in the rocks, and later a more recent species that took over much of their home world. This later species was especially adept at mechanical construction, using it mostly to capture and process large flying creatures, using the beetles as bait. Were those flying things Arai? Pretty tiny. Villain. Final species to be discovered were the villain. The villain had been communicating with the Arai for many years through ambassador seeds, but became part of the larger community very shortly after the Arai. The large and imposing frame and a form of communication based on complex, multi-voiced, low-frequency rumble, the initial introductions were intimidating. After several attempts, Emily Vidal was able to begin some rudimentary communication and began visiting the villain in Marai, which she named, on a regular basis. She discovered a complex and amazing society that was able to use their technology in unexpected ways. They had the ability to quickly transform their world using extruded structures based on some form of complex miniature substrate material. Like the other worlds, the Velian sphere is scooped out of a Velian resettlement group that was preparing to set off into space to find a new home world. This was their way of life, to put themselves into stasis and scatter themselves through the stars. As mentioned previously, their appearance is imposing, standing about 9 feet tall with a distinct reptilian resemblance. 6 limbs, 2 muscular legs and arms, and a smaller set of arms. They control every aspect of their technology with their vocalizations, but over the years they've created control panels based on their number system. Control panels based on their number system that allow other species easier access elements of their technology. Alright. So, yellow is Earth. Humans. Yeah, I'll say. That was only one notebook. I'm gonna say red is Soria. Mofang. We're going to assume that blue is villain. Villain. Oh, it kept my page. That's cool. Um, is it called Marae? And green is RI. Captar, yeah. So we know that that creepy robot was villain. It referred to some sort of panels. Control panels based on their number system. And it did have a blue motif as well. Oh, here we go. Communication. Take communication for granted, even with the varied languages we find here in Wrath. But when we suddenly find ourselves among other intelligent species who don't share our culture, history, DNA, or vocal cords, it requires a huge amount of effort for the beginning of rudimentary chatting. This quick overview will set the stage for what to expect when communicating with our neighbors. Mofang. First non-humans we met, we know that. Some level of physical vocal generating abilities. They picked up human words quickly. They're good at mimicry. We were able to mimic single words and simple phrases. Some has proposed that the difficulty may have arisen because the Mofang insisted on attempting to learn every human language. As a result, we're never able to lock onto any consistent grammatical structure. It's been very easy to communicate. It's been unnecessary for us to learn their language. We had a few simple phrases and proper names. Hold on. Please contact Tam. Villain. The villain have presented particular communication challenge. They produce sounds using two large reed-like structures inside opposite sides of their heads. complex low-frequency dual tone. It's hard for humans to hear and resolve, and impossible for us to mimic. The hearing is also oriented towards low frequency, so they're unable to hear most of the sounds associated with human speech. It's relied on technology. They have adapted consoles, which they fluently control with vocalization for use by other species. Over the years, some individuals of other species, including a few humans, have learned to communicate very effectively using this method. Humans have been able to pick out some higher frequency characteristics of certain key villain words over the years, and although we can't speak to them in a way that the villains can understand, we're occasionally able to hear and recognize these words. If you'd like to learn more about communication, please contact Vito. Awry. None of them have any vocalization apparatus. Because of the obvious synchronization of the barnacle flash, and the ability of the pawns to provide for and address the needs of the polyarchs, it is assumed that species could communicate effectively. It's not until Farley began to spend large amounts of time in the polyarch antechamber that the first clues to its communication became evident. Began to have limited success with receiving some kind of simple messages that were coming from the polyarchs. It's apparent now that the polyarchs had been attempting to communicate the entire time. They themselves had been experimenting with various channels until they finally got a response from Farley. After this breakthrough, others were able to tune in to the polyarchs. Listen, both the polyarchs and pawns have a simple organ that can sense human vocal frequency, enabling them to sense simple responses from humans. But over the years, Farley was able to learn to speak to the polyarchs via a related form of extrasensory transmission. Seed information. Ambassador seeds, first documented about 150 Earth years ago. They're about once every 400 days. Yeah, right. Science stuff. Natural seed swaps occur between pairs of seeds that we now know dropped simultaneously from healthy trees in paired sphere. So there's a tree in each sphere that drops a seed at the same time. And the species touched the seeds and then they swapped, sending an ambassador from each sphere to the paired sphere. Okay, that's why some of those circles had connections. Location of the swap is defined by the locations of the pairs of the seeds. After the first swap, the seeds recharged quickly, allowing for a quick return. First meetings were intense but naturally short. It was quite a surprise for both the Mofang and us. Over time, the seeds required more time to recharge, producing longer visits between species. Collector seeds. Everyone who arrives is familiar with the collector seeds. Bright light that we were all drawn to right before the event is a collector seed. What new arrivers may not be aware of is that these seeds, like all seeds, come in pairs. When the tree drops a collector seed on the ground, it signals that its twin has begun its quest for a new being. That search may take hours or may take years. When in an appropriate situation, a natural threat of death. That's why they were asking about any bad things that was happening. Seed activates and swaps a smaller but varying sized sphere from Earth or whatever appropriate homeworld here to Hunrath. Okay, varying size sphere, that's why all these places are circles. As Hunrath became more populated, we would watch for a newly dropped collector seed, collect it, and place it in the entry canyon area. This allowed us to provide a more predictable entry experience for new arrivals. Provide a single area to collect any resources that may have come along with the new arrival. So the Hunrath tree drops a seed, which is paired to a collector seed that abducts someone. They take the Hunrath seed and they stick it in the canyon where I showed up at. I need to go back there. Unlike ambassador seeds and mother seeds, collector seeds do not seem to survive. Yeah, that thing died pretty quick. The inner core is spent, leaving only the lifeless outer husk. Mother seeds postulated but unverified. BH. So there's AH and BH. The notion of mother seeds extrapolates the behavior of the lesser seeds to a superseed. She posed that the process that actually created the paired spheres was similar to all other swaps, but on a much grander scale. The idea is that two seeds from a mother tree were scattered on the galactic winds to find appropriately similar environments. When matches were found, some process was triggered that swapped large portions of landscape between vastly different worlds. Alima further noted that the tree's locations in the center of the sphere suggested that the trees grew from these mother seeds. So that's how the mining town got here. So the tree's in the middle. To look at that map again. Because of the similarities, it has been conjectured that re-swapping the entire environmental spheres might be possible. Interesting. With a larger scale version of the Ambassador Seed machine. Okay. Tree in the middle. Town. Tower. So I think, yeah, this circle in the middle is the tree. That's going to be in the middle of the bubble of Hunrath that was transported. Still have the projector. Yeah, that'll rotate. Am I going to play it on the wall? Where's this pink cable coming from? It's just plugged into an outlet. There is zero chance that that was already lined up in the spot it needed to give me a clue. Not buying it. Oh, how could I change the thing? Yep. That's a very regular pattern, huh? It's very much like that filling machine. As is this. Suspicious. Be a shame if somebody were to solve your puzzle. I have to write this down. So we're going to pop this into that machine and it's going to give us a number. We're going to do that next before we even go through that tunnel. Shit. Those don't exist on autopilot at this point. So there's a vertical line here. Three, 4, 5, 2. Okay. Hello, creepy robot. 5, 2, shit. I want to make sure I get this right. I don't know what the little lines are. This matches up. It's 2 dots, 5 dots, 3 dots, 5 dots, 2 dots. Nope, I didn't line it up correctly. Nope. It should be shifted down 1. Okay, that'll be easy enough to fix. Just means that this goes here. Why did it correct it? Go back to the house. We're gonna make sure that that's right. Hey Zig, it's a good game. These all rotate. What do you mean miss? I don't miss anything. This projection should be shifted, because that would line up the lines like little plus marks. Which would mean that it's lined up. So you just need to shift everything up. I suppose it could be rotated. Oh yeah, please don't. Oh, Zig. Look what I found. You know, you were there. I walked past it and I said, oh wait. I told myself I was going to fiddle with the doors. I almost missed it. Haven't gone down there yet. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that as a mechanic. Alright, robot. Try to rotate this symbol. Right, so we tried it this way. Now we're gonna try it this way. See if that does anything different. See, that's different. But it's still not correct. The robot doesn't think it's correct. Okay, now we're gonna go like this. I feel like this should have given me the answer. I'm not feeling good about it. No. No, no, no. Okay, what was this first orientation? Alright, I'm just going to draw this. Goes 25352. Not getting bogged down in the weeds. I'm willing to accept that that's probably not correct, but we're just gonna press on. So this is the wall, right? And there's a circle just north of the train yard. Like a little Triforce in there. Mount Enderton. Searching for that magic pixel, right? Oh, have I gone up here? Yes. I did. Well, that was anticlimactic. How do I get onto the wall? This corresponds to this. So that doesn't help. I might be able to get to the bleeder. Go up around. Because I was up there. I think that's where I changed the water source. So I can't really get up there again. Scrapyard, plateau. I have an idea. I jump through here. It's going to put me on this side of the wall. I don't think I've been there yet. Water. Does that make sense? Yeah, falls. Did I just find a new place? Totally have not been here before. Yeah, this is the scrapyard. This is that ramp I said I was going to lower. Shortcut. Well, I think this is a perfect place to stop, don't you? I don't want to start messing with that thing. What do? We went up here. We warped here, that brought us over here. Yeah, first one I've seen. I saw a picture of it. Messing with it a tiny bit. Sounds like, well, I don't think I can save. You can't save in this game, can you? It's gonna swap me, right? All the notes talked about swapping. I don't want to get swapped right before bed. Okay, now I'm done.